Hello and welcome to Pop Along RC. I'm Carl and this is Mark. Now, this is a massive project we're about to undertake. So if you are a regular on the channel, you will know that last year's highlight was us getting ourselves up and running ready for the iconic cup. And you know what? We're going to do it again.
So we've been there. We enjoyed it. Some of those guys haven't though. So Carl, what is the Iconic Cup?
Well, the Iconic Cup is a project which has evolved over the last few years. John Weston is the man behind it. What genius.
Yeah, what a genius.
It's a brilliant project. Absolutely fantastic. What he has done is he's created a set of rules and a competition series. So this series runs over 5 different tracks, outdoor tracks in the UK. It runs in the summer, but you can only run old, iconic Tamiya cars. But not any Tamiya cars. There are some rules, aren't there?
There are some rules. You can run the M chassis, which is what you see here, the Mini.
The Mini, and with the Mini you can run an M01, an M02, an M03 or an M04. You cannot run the M05 because it's too new. Yeah. So most people were running the M03.
They were.
And that's what we were running. But what other cars have they got down there?
So they run the F1s.
The F1s, and I believe that's the F101, 102 and 103?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
I think that's about right,
Something
isn't
like
it?
that.
Something
Yeah,
like that.
Yeah. I'm sure we'll get corrected if we're wrong. Yeah. What else do they run?
They run, now if you're familiar with the M03 chassis, there is another car which is front wheel drive and it's the FF chassis, and they run an FF class, so that is a slightly longer touring car, so you've got the front wheel drive FF class.
Yeah.
And then we can move over to 4-wheel drive cars, and they've split this again to the TT01.
The TT01. That car is arguably one of Tamiya's top selling cars.
It is.
Really?
There is the newer version, the TT02, which is very popular, but unfortunately not old enough for the Iconic Cup. So if you're going to run that sort of car, it has to be the TT01.
Yeah. Which, I know you're mid-flow with cars here, however, on our table here you can see one of our TT01s, because we are now prepping for next year, and I'm mid-build actually this car, I have to say.
I haven't even taken mine out of the box yet.
Yeah, it's a great build.
Is it?
You're going to enjoy it.
So what I've decided to do, which is slightly different to Mark, is when we were at the Iconic Cup last year, we had a chat with loads of drivers. I mean, everyone there was as enthusiastic as us. Some of them better drivers, a lot of them better drivers. Just to put that in perspective, I came 23rd out of 24, so there's a lot of really good drivers.
But it don't matter, does it? Because
it
was a good, next year you'll come 22nd, or so.
There you go. That's the goal anyway. So there are some amazing drivers there with some amazing cars, and they have a wealth of knowledge, and they're happy to share it, which is the beautiful thing. So you've already started building yours.
Yeah, I've actually got it down here.
You've got it there?
Yeah. There it is.
There it is.
So there it is. I've got a silver can in it. That's coming out because we don't use them at the Iconic Cup, do we, Carl?
No, we don't. We use the Team Powers motors.
Yes.
Version 3, I think.
Version 3. I think they're 17 turns, so they're pretty pokey. But we've been running it all summer. Not only at the Iconic Cup, but we've been running it over at the other clubs and the bits and pieces that we've been doing, and they've been great. And they're only about £12 per motor. Probably cheaper if you look elsewhere, but. Yeah,
12 quid, can't go wrong.
Yeah.
But the reason I haven't started with my build just yet is, having spoken to guys at the track, they have suggested some upgrades. So what I've done is I've ordered my upgrades, and once I've got them, I'm just going to build it all in one hit. So what upgrades have we got? We've got bearings, has to be done.
Has to be bearings.
I was running plastic bushings in my Mini at the Iconic Cup, so wasn't quite as fast as the other cars.
So bearings.
So bearings is a must.
Lipos. We're going over to lipos.
Yes, again, we were using the nickel metal batteries, so we've got to order in some lipos. Now, gearing is important because you're not allowed to make many changes one change you are allowed to make with the TT01s is the gearing of the car. So we've got some new gears on order.
On the way. Yeah.
On the way.
On the way.
Another thing is the shocks. Now you're the master of shocks. What the shocks do you get with the car, and what are you putting on yours?
The shocks you get with the car are friction shocks, so they've got no oil in, so it bounces all over the place, which is again what I was running at Iconic. Yeah, which would probably be one of the reasons I didn't do very well. But anyway, but the shocks that we kind of go for with these type of things are the free racing shocks. You can get the Tamiya ones really would be preferable, but they are expensive. They're about £80.
And I believe, is it Fast Tracks also do a set of
Fast Tracks
shocks?
Do a set for the TT01 and the Mini, so either or, to be quite honest.
So that's another thing. So it's the shocks, the gears, the aluminium drive shaft is another thing we need to change.
That the drive shaft goes in.
And what else was there? There's another thing. Tyres.
Tyres. You can run whatever tyre you like over there.
Okay, so this, once we've got our cars built and we've got them on the road, that is going to be project number one, isn't it? Working out what tyres to run. Unfortunately for us, or fortunately, depends on how you look at it, our local clubs are all indoor clubs, so we are going to be running on carpet over the winter to try and get the car set up best we can in preparation for the Iconic Cup. But when we make that transition outdoors next summer, we're going to need to work out what tyres to run on the tarmac, because it is going to be slightly different.
Yeah, we run 24s actually on these minis, indoor and outdoor. And it's been alright, so that would be a good place to start, I think.
We'll start there and see what happens.
Yeah.
So if you're interested to know how we go about building our TT01s, the small changes that we are going to make to our TT01s, do like, subscribe, and follow us on our journey to the 2022 Iconic Cup.
Can't wait.
I'm going to beat you this time.
Yeah, probably.
All right.